Hey, baseball fans. Welcome back to Tits and Streams, your go-to channel for daily baseball predictions. I'm Koken, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop on today's top matchups. Before we dive into today's picks, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest predictions. If you enjoy our content, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love baseball and sports betting. Our channel relies entirely on your support. We don't have any sponsors, so every like, share, and comment helps us keep going. If you'd like to support us even more, consider donating by pressing the thanks button under this video. We love hearing from you. Drop a comment below. Your feedback makes our channel better. All right, let's get into today's predictions. Today we have 4 shortened versions of predictions. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Oakland Athletics and Cincinnati Reds. The Cincinnati Reds are gearing up to face the Oakland Athletics, and even though neither team is playoff bound this season, there's still plenty of intrigue for fans. The Reds have had their share of electrifying moments, largely thanks to rising star Elly De La Cruz. Despite their overall losing record, the Reds have managed to outscore their opponents by 29 runs, proving that when they hit their stride, they can be a tough team to beat. On the other side, the Athletics are closing out their final season in Oakland. While they're not dead last in their division, they're hovering just above the basement. Outscored by 80 runs this season, the A's have managed to pull off a few surprising victories in the second half, but for the most part, they've been outclassed by stronger teams. Mitch Spence will be on the mound for the A's. He's had a so-so season, but his last start was rough, giving up 5 runs to the Mets in just under 3 innings, which ballooned his ERA to 4.67. Spence has given up 16 home runs this season and struck out 97 batters over 115.2 innings, but his recent outings have been shaky, pushing his ERA up to 6.46 over his last 3 starts. Offensively, the Reds have been more effective, particularly against right-handed pitchers. In their last 10 games, the Reds are hitting .224 against righties and .271 against lefties, while the Athletics are struggling with just a .203 average against righties and .256 against lefties. However, the A's bullpen has been a rare bright spot, posting a solid 2.86 ERA over the last 10 games, while the Reds' bullpen has struggled with a 4.63 ERA during the same stretch. Even though this game might not impact the standings, it's shaping up to be an entertaining matchup. Both teams have shown they can put runs on the board, and with some questionable pitching on both sides, this could turn into a high-scoring affair. My pick for this Reds versus Athletics showdown is to go with the over.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the Chicago Cubs and Pittsburgh Pirates. The Chicago Cubs are gearing up to face the Pittsburgh Pirates in a game that's more about building for the future than making a push for this season. The Cubs, with their big market budget, have the financial muscle to fill in their roster gaps, but betting on them this year has been a losing strategy. The Pirates, despite being underdogs, have pulled off some surprises, but they too are focused on what lies ahead rather than the present. Looking at the Pirates, there's plenty of reason for optimism, particularly with their emerging pitching talent. With arms like Mitch Keller, Roansy Contreras, and Luis Ortiz, plus the potential of Quinn Priester, who's been sidelined for some time, Pittsburgh has the pieces to build a formidable rotation. When you add rising stars like O'Neal Cruz to the mix, the Pirates' future seems brighter than the Cubs. On the mound for the Cubs will be Justin Steele. Steele has had his moments this season, showing signs of brilliance, but his performance has been inconsistent. Recently, though, he's been on a roll, helping the Cubs win his last 4 starts, with 2 of those victories credited to him. Steele boasts a 3.07 ERA for the season, with 11 home runs allowed over 123 innings. Since coming off the injured list, he's fanned 125 batters while issuing 32 walks. In his last 3 starts, Steele has been particularly sharp, sporting an impressive 1.20 ERA. Offensively, neither team has been setting the world on fire lately. The Cubs are hitting just .235 against right-handers and a dismal .203 against lefties over their last 10 games. The Pirates aren't much better, batting .229 against righties and .228 against lefties. However, Pittsburgh's bullpen has been a standout, posting a stellar 2.41 ERA over their last 10 games, while the Cubs relievers have struggled with a 3.89 ERA during the same period. Even though the Cubs have enjoyed recent success in Pittsburgh, going 9-2 in their last 11 games there, they haven't been as strong with Steele on the road, managing just a 3-9 record in his last 12 away starts. Steele's outings have been hit or miss. He's either dominant or has a rough go. Meanwhile, the Pirates, despite their 6-14 record in their last 20 games, have faced most of their struggles on the road. With Pittsburgh's young talent and a bullpen that's been performing well, I'm leaning toward the Pittsburgh Pirates in this matchup. The third prediction for today is for a game between the San Diego Padres and St. Louis Cardinals. The St. Louis Cardinals are gearing up to face the San Diego Padres in what could be a pivotal game, with the Padres still eyeing a National League wildcard spot. The Padres missed an opportunity to gain ground on the Dodgers after a shaky series against the Mets over the weekend. Meanwhile, the Arizona Diamondbacks had a strong showing in Boston, further complicating the Padres' quest. Despite the setbacks, the Padres still have a bit of cushion over the Atlanta Braves and a solid lead over the New York Mets in the wild-card race, meaning their postseason fate is in their hands. On the flip side, the Cardinals are on the outside looking in, trailing the Braves by 5 games in the wild-card standings. With the clock ticking, they need a lot to go right, including surpassing several teams to keep their playoff hopes alive. Tonight's game could be a make-or-break moment for their season. Miles McCollum is set to start for the Cardinals, and it's been a rocky year for him. He delivered a gem in his last outing, going 6 scoreless innings and allowing just 2 hits against the Brewers. But before that, he was roughed up, giving up 5 runs to both the Dodgers and the Royals in just 4 innings each. McCollum has been inconsistent, reflected by his 5.19 ERA, and his last 3 games have been even tougher with a 5.74 ERA. At 36, this season has been challenging for McCollum, and he'll need to bring his best stuff to give the Cardinals a fighting chance. On the other side, the Padres will counter with Dylan Cease, who's having a standout season. While he allowed a couple of runs in his last start against the Mets and 3 against the Rockies before that, Cease has been nearly unhittable in several outings, including 4 shutouts in his last 5 starts. He boasts a 3.43 ERA this season with 193 strikeouts in 154.2 innings. Even with a 3.71 ERA over his last 3 starts, Cease remains a dominant presence on the mound. Offensively, the Padres have been hot, particularly against right-handed pitching, hitting .280 over their last 10 games. The Cardinals, however, have struggled, batting just .245 against righties and .227 against lefties over the same stretch. Both bullpens have been reliable, with ERAs in the low 3s over the last 10 games, suggesting this game could be a tight one. Historically, the Padres have struggled in St. Louis, holding a 14-38 record in their last 52 games there. However, they've been strong on the road lately, winning 13 of their last 17 away games. Given the current form and the pitching matchup, I'm backing the Padres and Dylan Cease to come out on top in this one. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the New York Mets and Arizona Diamondbacks. As the Diamondbacks gear up to face the Mets, the pressure is mounting for both squads. The Mets are clawing their way back into the wild card race, while the Diamondbacks, currently sitting pretty as the top wild card team in the National League, have their sights set on catching the Dodgers in the NL West. However, closing that gap has become increasingly challenging, not because the Diamondbacks are slipping, but because the Dodgers have been playing lights-out baseball. Despite riding a 6-game winning streak, the Diamondbacks have only managed to gain a single game on the Dodgers, with both teams posting identical 7-3 records over their last 10 contests. Having made it to the World Series last season, the Diamondbacks are hungry to finish the job this time around. They've strengthened their rotation by bringing in Eduardo Rodriguez, a move they believe could be the final piece to their championship puzzle. While Rodriguez stumbled a bit in his first 2 starts, he showed signs of returning to form in his latest outing, where he gave up just 1 run over 5 1/3 innings against the Marlins. with a 3.94 ERA. It's a touch higher than he'd like, but he's trending in the right direction. On the flip side, the Mets will counter with Sean Manaea, who's been in fine form this season. Although he's allowed 3 runs in each of his last 3 starts, including a 7-inning performance against the Orioles, his season ERA is a respectable 3.48. Over 137 innings of work, Manaea has surrendered 14 home runs, walked 52 batters, and punched out 138. However, his ERA over his last 3 starts has ticked up to 4.76, suggesting he might be feeling the grind as the season wears on. Offensively, neither team has been tearing the cover off the ball against left-handed pitching. The Diamondbacks are hitting just 2-17 over their last 10 games against lefties, while the Mets are even worse at 2-11 over the same stretch. Arizona has fared better against right-handed pitchers with a .260 average in their last 10 games, and they've hit .275 against lefties for the season. The Diamondbacks' bullpen has also been a bright spot, posting a stingy 2.88 ERA over the last 10 games compared to the Mets' bullpen ERA of 3.73. Historically, the Mets have had the upper hand against the Diamondbacks, winning 21 of their last 27 matchups. However, Arizona has been tough to beat at home, winning 17 of their last 22 games and going 23-6 after a win. Despite the Mets' solid 9-3 record in Manaea's last 12 road starts, the Diamondbacks look to have the upper hand, especially with home field advantage. Considering both teams' recent form, I'm leaning towards the Diamondbacks in this one. Even if this game were being played in New York, I'd still give the edge to Arizona. The Diamondbacks are on a roll, and with the comfort of playing at home, they're my pick to win this matchup.